Hi guys, it's Spacey Sims, and we are back with more Mystic Destinies, shall we? We're at a New Year's Eve party, so Chapter 6, Lightning Strikes. After the party, I'm walking home in a cheerful mood. This has been one of the best ways I've started the year in my life. I wonder if this is a good sign for things to come. I walk for a while like this, in the dead quiet night, but soon I begin to hear something behind me. Something that sounds a lot like footsteps. I turn around but see no one there. I wonder if I'm just imagining things. Maybe I just had too much to drink or something. I keep walking, still pleasantly buzzed, but now I'm making a conscious effort to be more cautious. She should have had Shinji walk her home. She's so dumb. It's like 4 o'clock in the fucking morning, like on New Year's Eve. It's kind of dangerous, I don't know. New Year's Day, anyway. I haven't walked too far before I hear the footsteps again. I decide to call out to who I think it is. Cillian, if that's you again, you could just come to me instead of sneaking around. Whoa, hi! That's Shinji's dad or something, isn't it? I turn around and jump. An unfamiliar man, clearly one of Cillian's Fey brethren, stands just a few steps away from me. Why does this guy look so familiar? Who are you? Did Cillian send you? Or maybe Sorsha? At the mention of Sorsha's name, the Fey looks disgusted. It's Shinji's fucking dad. I was like, does he have siblings? But no, she only had one child, so it's definitely his dad. When he begins speaking, I'm startled by the intense hate that I can feel rolling off him. Stay away. A sword flashes in the night, headed right for the Fae. I realize that the sword is attached to Cillian, who has appeared out of nowhere. The purple-haired Fae jumps back and pulls out his own sword. He meets Cillian's right as he tries another attack. The two men clash swords together and then come apart, only to attack again over and over. I stand there, stunned and unsure what to do or what's happening. I can scarcely believe what I'm seeing in the middle of the night on my sleepy street. Cillian is good, but he seems so enraged that even I can tell his attacks are sloppy. It's not long before it seems Cillian is about to lose and get run through with a sword. I throw my hand out towards Cillian, and the Fae's sword comes down upon the energy shield I just erected. It makes a crackling sound as the sword hits it, and electricity arcs up and around the sword, causing the Fae to drop it and move back. I step between Cillian and the purple-haired Fae, glaring. I mean, the purple hair, it should be obvious. The man looks behind me at Cillian and then back at me. Tell him. Beware. The air ripples and shifts as he disappears out of sight. Cillian's eyes dart around, as if he's trying to find an invisible foe for a few moments. I don't know, maybe Lachlan's trying to protect Shinji, so... you know what I mean? Like, this game throws you for loops, and we've played, like, 2 paths enough to know that, like, just because you think you can trust Cillian and Sorsha does not mean that you can. They could have it out for Shinji, and maybe the father's trying to protect him. You know what I'm saying? So... Then Cillian rushes to my side. Are you alright? Yes, thank you. My queen tasked me to watch over both you and the prince, because she suspected that Lachlan would strike soon. I followed after you when it was clear Shinji was going to be safe if he remained with friends. I'm glad that I chose to follow you. Who knows what Lachlan would have done to you? I saved your ass, so more like what he could have done to you. Well, thanks for showing up when you did. The queen was right. You are in danger. I do not like any of this. You should return to Avalon with me for your own safety, and I'll return for the prince after. I shake my head. I can't just disappear like that. And besides, why does everyone keep coming to me instead of Shinji? It doesn't make sense at all. It may be because you spend quite a lot of time with the prince, and you both seem close. You may be seen as a weak link, an easier way to get to him. Why am I assumed to be weak? Ugh, whatever. I like the fact that she's not like, oh, I'm so wide awake. She's like, fuck that shit. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like in this one she's a little bit stronger because, like, obviously in the show she couldn't control her powers, but then again, Sho wasn't really good at controlling his powers, and they kind of managed that together. And with Tatsuya, you know, she didn't have the kind of training, and she kind of doubted herself a little bit, but it wasn't as bad. And like now in Shinji's path, she's definitely this character who's like, why do you think I'm weak, bitches? I saved your ass. Like, you know what I mean? She's not like the weak character, like, oh, I can't do anything for myself. Oh, well, just, whatevs. Lightning bolt, bitch. Anyway. Please come with me, Inara, for your own safety. No, I'm gonna call Shinji first. I'm not going anywhere. I reach into my bag and call him. He answers almost immediately, and I explain what just happened. Just hang on, I'll be there as soon as I can. Shinji hangs up and I turn to Cillian. I'll wait for Shinji here. I'll be fine, so you can go. No, I could never do that. What if Lachlan returns? I cannot live with myself if I abandon you. I sigh and shrug. Yeah, fine, do what you want then. We stand in silence for a bit. I don't mind it, but Cillian seems to be uncomfortable since he's fidgeting around. Even though he's this big, strong knight, he's all awkward, like a child. Soon, Shinji walks up to us, and Cillian immediately bows to him. Will you stop it already? Shinji turns to me, almost ignoring Cillian. Are you alright? Yes, I'm fine. Can you tell me more in detail about what happened? I quickly recount any details I might have left out over the phone. Honestly, Lachlan going after me just makes no sense at all. I agree. Any person who has acted as Lachlan has little sense. Wait. Any person who has acted as Lachlan clearly has little sense left in him. The man seems to have some strange hatred for Queen Sorsha. Yeah, he did. When I mentioned her name, I swear I could feel the hate and anger coming off of him. Thank you for helping Inara, Cillian. You can go now. But you both should come along with me to Avalon. Yeah, see, you're trying to push the Avalon shit on me, like, come to Avalon, you need to come to Avalon, you should come to Avalon, you're not safe unless you're in Avalon. It's like, I feel you're not very, you know what, maybe I'm wrong, but I just don't know if I trust you right about now. No, we have somewhere we need to go. We do? Fine, if you will not come, I will go, for now. Cillian trudges off into the night, and Shinji breathes a sigh of relief. He looks at me. Come with me. Alright. Shinji begins walking, and even though I'm confused, I follow along. While we're walking, the sun actually begins to rise. My thoughts meander from place to place tiredly. Where are we going? What is going on with this whole Fae thing? But Lachlan, he looks so familiar to me because he's Shinji's father. He looks so similar to him, but I haven't seen Shinji ever make any expression like that before. I look at Shinji, wondering what it would be like to see his face twisted in such an expression. It's hard to even imagine. Shinji's eyes meet mine, and he gives me a little smile. Oh, he's so fucking cute. You can ask questions, you know. You don't always have to just go along with everything so easily. I nod. I know. I was just thinking about things. So where are we going? What's going to happen? As soon as I say that, I realize that we've been going in the direction of my apartment the entire time. It's been a very long night. We both need some rest before anything else. Yeah, you're right. With that settled, Shinji takes me home after saying goodbye. When I get into my room that morning, I pass out as soon as I hit the pillow. But he walked us home. That's so adorable. It's Monday morning after that crazy weekend, and I'm coming down to the basement for Hikaru's class. When I get down to the basement, I hear a commotion going on. I try to ignore it because I don't have time for drama or I'll be late to class. But then I hear a familiar shout. Unhand me now! I spin around and move through the crowd to get to the front of the commotion. What I see utterly shocks me. Oh, I read it in a man voice, but it was her. Professor Hirayama is being held by two armored knights. They're each holding one arm while she struggles to break free from their grip and curses at them. I look at the other students in horror and see my own expression reflected back. But no one's actually doing anything. Then Cillian, of all people, walks out of Professor Hirayama's class holding something I can't see in his hand. I take a step forward to see better, but I freeze when Cillian's voice rings through the hall. Oh. Miki Hirayama is hereby under arrest for collusion against the Queen of Spring and assisting the kidnapping of her son, Prince Owen. What? Are you kidding me? I don't know anything about this, and I certainly didn't kidnap any prince. I don't even know any. Cillian only stares at Professor Hirayama evenly. It is quite clear by now that your son isn't actually yours. We need to try to intervene. Angry, I walk forward and look at everyone. What is going on? You tell me. I don't know what in the hell these bullshit charges are. Please, go find Shinji. Why would the prince help the woman who took him from his mother? I did not. Silence her. One of the soldiers waves a hand, and Professor Hirayama's voice is suddenly gone. Cillian shows me what he was holding in his hand, a necklace with a strange symbol pendant made of something that looks like ice. The necklace belongs to the betrayer, Lachlan. Since it originally belonged to his mother, he never parted with it. To find it amongst this woman's things is clear evidence that they are partners. He probably put it on the fucking baby and then she ended up, and it was probably Shinji's, for God fucking sakes. Professor Hirayama tries to speak, but her voice simply does not come. Cillian waves the soldiers away and they leave, dragging a struggling yet silent Professor Hirayama along with them. Cillian gives me a small bow and then walks out after the knights, leaving me in a stunned silence. I gotta call Shinji. I fumble, trying to pull my phone out with shaky hands. As soon as he answers, I don't even let him get another word out. Your mother was arrested! Shinji is quiet on the other side, and I realize that he must be in even more shock than me. Come and meet me as soon as possible. I come to Shinji's apartment, immediately skipping class. I should learn to read. When he opens the door, I walk in and sit down. Shinji stands in front of me. Hey, do you want something to drink? You want some drinks or anything? I feel like if I say no, he might lose whatever hold grip he has on his emotions. Sure, whatever's fine. Shinji leaves and brings out the drinks, handing mine to me before sitting down across from me. With a wavering voice, he asks me what happened. It's obvious that he's fighting back the feelings threatening to spill everywhere. Oh, he's got feelings! He's so good at hiding them, So I quickly tell him everything. When I'm done, Shinji seems as confused as I am. What the hell? She didn't kidnap me or anything. There's no way my mom would do something like that. I understand. I never expected my own mother to do anything as crazy as the ritual to me, but it happened. Something like that's hard to deal with. But I'm here for you. Thanks. But I still don't believe any of this. Shinji. This would be really hard to deal with. Imagining that the woman who took care of you all your life was really someone who had stolen you away. I know I haven't even fully dealt with all my feelings about Shizuka's betrayal. I get up and sit down on the couch next to him, and after a moment I take his hand. I'll be there for you through everything. But I nearly fall back when Shinji jumps to his feet. I can't just sit here. I have to know for myself. Shinji strides to the door and then looks back at me. Do you want to come with me? You don't have to, but it would be nice to have you with me. Yes, of course I'll come. She's like, oh my god, you asked me to go with you, and I'm so excited. You know, her heart just skipped like 5 beats. I get off the couch and we both leave the apartment. Night has fallen by the time we get to the entrance of Avalon. We didn't talk much on the way. See, this is another thing, like, Inara wouldn't go willingly, so they're like, let's steal his mother, and then he'll show up. Woo! Sorsha is a crazy bitch. I just don't trust her. Especially because Cillian is, like, I think he makes an appearance in the spin-off of this, like the second one that they're gonna do with all the guys who are kind of douche nozzles. But then again, I also think Isao is one of those guys too. He might be the extra wild card. Maybe it's, I don't know. I can't remember, but I know I've seen both of them and I just don't remember. But anyway. Shinji seemed to be thinking about something, understandably, and I didn't want to interrupt. But then I remember what he said about it being okay to ask questions and not just going along with everything so easily. So I decide to speak up as we walk up the stairs. What will you do when we get to Avalon? I don't even know. I just want to talk to my mom. I want to figure out what the fuck is going on. I don't want to deal with any of this shit, but they just had to drag her into it. I didn't want to deal with any of the shit. Before I can say anything, we reach the top, and I'm nearly blinded by the sudden daylight in Avalon. There's no one around, though, when we enter. Shinji and I both look at each other, a silent what now on our faces. Before we can do anything, though, we hear the sound of metal clanking against the ground. We turn to see Cillian walking towards us with a few other knights. He doesn't seem surprised to see us. Cillian looks at Shinji. Welcome home, Prince Owen. No, Shinji. It's Shinji. I'm not home. I just want to know why the fuck did you arrest my mom? While you were both away, after Lachlan attacked Lady Inara, he showed up here and tried to kill the queen. He wasn't caught, and he managed to injure her quite badly. I want to call bullshit. Is she okay? Cillian nods. She will need to rest in bed for some time, but she should recover eventually. What's that got to do with why you arrested my mom? I feel like I know what's coming. I don't want to see this. It's clear Shinji is in denial. But am I really any better than that? I've only just started dealing with my own mess, so I'm just a hypocrite in the end. There was proof that Miki Hirayama was an accomplice to this attack. That's ridiculous. What proof? While I understand that you would want to know, I can't discuss it right now. You will hear everything properly during the trial. You may be a prince, but you are not technically a member of the royal court, so I cannot disclose the information to you. Whatever, I'm done with this. Shinji starts to walk off, and even though I'm scared to, I call out to him. Where are you going? To think. That's all Shinji says before walking out of sight. Celia makes no move to stop him and instead looks at me. It appears you will both be staying in Avalon for some time. I'll take you to a room where you can rest if you'll follow me. Alright, thank you. I follow Cillian to a beautiful guest bedroom in the castle. This will be your bedroom during your stay, and at any other times that you might come. And now I will take my leave. I must check on Queen Sorsha. I nod and Cillian leaves the room. So what now? Left by myself, I look around the room, examining every detail. Eventually I come to a stop in front of the fireplace and glance up at the symbol above it. I wonder what this is. I feel like I've seen it everywhere here. I narrow my eyes, staring at the symbol. It seems familiar to me somehow, but I'm certain I've only ever seen it here. I begin to feel strange somehow as I look at the symbol, lightheaded and almost floating. Ugh, maybe I better lie down and take a nap or something. Hope I'm not getting sick. Still feeling strange, I get into bed and quickly fall into slumber. I open my eyes to find myself looking at a surreal but pretty sky. How did I end up outside? I look around but only see clouds around me. I must be dreaming then? Well, if this is a dream and I'm floating in the clouds, I should try and fly. I start making swimming motions with my arms and somehow actually start moving along the clouds. Eventually I realize I don't need to make the motions anymore and start twirling and soaring instead. It feels so wonderful and freeing. Inara? A voice calls out like thunder, too distorted to tell whose it is. I feel like I want to escape from this voice, whoever it is. Inara! I feel a powerful tug, an invisible force that pulls at me. I close my eyes as I fall. It's probably Shinji trying to wake us up. I open my eyes again. I feel my heart plummet into my stomach. No, 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 not this place. Anything but this place. I turn around to the door and reach out to push it open, but I can't. There's something keeping me from going out of the room. Inara. I freeze at the sound of this voice. This voice I know so well. It's our mother. It's just a dream. This is all just a dream. I will myself to wake up, but I'm still here, standing in this terrible place. So I force myself to turn around to face the voice. And there stands the one person I've been dreading the most for months. My mother. My creator. Inara, I need to talk to you. No. No! I don't want to hear it. What you did to me? Inara, please. No! I think Shizuka's trying to warn us. I kind of feel like she's like, you're in danger! Look, you know. If you die, the curse comes back on me, so I want to keep you alive. I don't know, I'm just guessing. But, anyway. So, that is the end of chapter 6. That one was kind of short, but anyway, I will wrap this part up here, and I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up, and subscribe to see more.